Okay, I am live. I'm just gonna give a minute or two for the participants to be here because I know it takes a while to go live. I tried that one time. I have my own cell phone here to check if I'm already live or not. So let me see. It's not even showing up yet on my cell phone that I am live. Okay, now I see myself here. There you go. Oh, wow. It was just a minute that I'm checking my cell phone and I see everybody here. So welcome, welcome everybody. The Granny, Austin, Trashiet, Chist, X Killjoy, Mark, Andres, the Meme Slayer, Israel, Hash Monster, TK, who else? Andres Marine, VBook 12. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm so glad that you are here with me tonight. I hope that it is not too late for you. I made it a little bit later, to stream tonight because I have a lot of things to do. I am preparing for the I'm going to Orlando on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday with my kids. So there's a lot of preparations. I have to cook a lot of things, prepare our stuff. So there's really a lot of things to do. So I'm sorry that I have to make this 10 o'clock. I hope it's not too late for everybody. Yes, Bebop 12 or Bebop 12. I said your name. The meme slayer, it's 3 a.m., but okay. Thank you for being with us, although it's 3 o'clock there at your place. Andres, yes, Justin has a subscription for Twitch. So Mrs. D should make a Discord so we can talk more. You know what? My problem with that is I tried it one time in another channel and it didn't work well because maybe it's because of my computer, my speaker, and I can't understand when people are talking. Um, okay. I am good. Merg May, thanks for asking. Um, I have TK right now, and I'm hoping Enfra will be here and Mr. Banana Bread. I'm missing a lot of people. Hulking Red, hi Mrs. D. Hulking Red with you tonight. Thanks for being here. So, like I said, I've been very busy. That's why I started this stream at 10 o'clock. You can get the help of some of us, probably your moderators. Okay, so yeah, TK, tomorrow is Friday, and it takes a lot of time to prepare for our trip on Florida because I have three kids with me, and it's just me. Johnny D is not coming with us because he doesn't like to be away from the house for like 2 days, can't go to his karaoke bars, and he has nothing to do there. I think there's no internet. So anyway, actually I just dropped everything. I'm in the middle of cooking food for our dinner for the next 2 days, lunches, and for tomorrow for school. I just dropped everything and got ready for this stream. So again, thank you all for being here with me. So before I start, I am going to make some announcements as usual. So supposed to be, as everybody knows, I should be doing the live stream in Janidy's channel tonight, but I am here because as some of you may already know, Janidy is on a community strike. I think most of you are familiar with that. It's not copyright strike, but a community strike. So from now on, I will just be doing the live streams here on my channel because I believe that the community strike lasts for 3 months. But I did make an appeal This morning, before I left for school, I submitted an appeal, and hopefully YouTube will consider the community strike, because I explained it there that the song that he sang where he got this community strike, it was sung by the original singer or the original artist, and it had 107 million views. 107 million views, almost 3,000 comments, but didn't get a community strike. So I'm thinking, so why then did Johnny D get a community strike for singing the same song? So anyway, thanks for caring about the streams. We see it and thank you. Thank you to Mark. Any update on the community strike? Okay, so I just said that. I think I'm a little bit late on those comments. So hopefully, Austin, what's a community strike? A community strike is like YouTube feels that you violated their policies, their regulations, because there could be a lot of reasons, like there's profanity, there's nudity, there's whatever violations on their regulations. And Johnny Lee sang a song, and the title had the N word. So because of that, he had a community strike. I thought at first that it's fine, okay, we'll just wait for 3 months and that community strike will be taken away. But I was shocked when I tried to do a live stream. I was trying to do an event for tonight, because tonight is supposed to be Johnny D's channel. So I was trying to make an event to announce it, and then it says your live streaming is restricted or temporarily suspended because of the community strike. I didn't know about this, so I was really surprised. So I told Johnny D, did you know that you're on community strike? And I can't even live stream now. So I'm hoping in before 3 months, or even as soon as they get my appeal, that they would consider it. X Killjoy, YouTube can be so ridiculous sometimes. I hope they remove the strike. Yes, I agree, because I think that is unfair. I think it's unfair because that song, the same title, it was viewed 107 million times, and he just sang it and put the same title, so why would he get a community strike? I think it's like a copyright strike, but different if you break the community guidelines. I'm not sure. Okay, the meme layer, it's like this. There are two types of strikes: a community strike, which is not really a big deal, and a copyright strike. If it's a copyright strike, whoever is the copyright owner could request to take your video away or out of the YouTube, because they didn't like it, they didn't want it, or for whatever reason. So you get two kinds of strikes: the copyright strike and the community strike. Johnny D had a copyright strike before from the song of Kanye West, but after 3 months it went away, and I didn't know that he would be getting another one, and I was really, really surprised. Okay, so anyway, before that, I'm just gonna go back to your questions or comments later, because I have to continue with this. The purpose of this is the live streaming for the experience that I had today as a substitute teacher. Um, Before that, I also have another announcement. I will still continue to post Chester's video tomorrow night on Jollibee's channel, and another one of his video on Saturday morning. I want to post it on Friday and Saturday, because I'm hoping that there will be more views if I post it on those days. So Chester's video, Is Johnny D an Alien, will be posted on Friday, and then Is Johnny D an Angel will be posted on Saturday. So watch out for it. It's already in my channel. For those who haven't watched it yet, and for those, because I will be uploading this also in Johnny D's channel. So and even though it's already in my channel, so I hope everybody will get a chance to see it, because it's really very entertaining. Mrs. D, did you get my email? I haven't checked my email yet. Okay, so I will check later. Mrs. D, I got an email saying my fan mail to you got lost in the mail. Oh my gosh. Well, at least you were informed that it got lost in the mail and you will send another one. Thank you so much, TK. I really, really appreciate that because I am excited to receive your mail. I'm glad that the post office informed you that it was lost somehow. So, anyway, um, also, the Saturday night live stream that I would like to do in Johnny D's channel cannot be done anymore there because of the community strike. So the Saturday night live stream will also be here on my channel, and the Sunday special will also be here on my channel. So anyway, YouTube is just jealous because Johnny D is being a god on YouTube. I bet YouTube is making Johnny D lose subs. YouTube won't allow gods like him make vids and have high subs. Conspiracy theory? Maybe so. Thanks, Granny, for your comment. So, anyway, today I had a very, very good day at school. I I can't even believe it myself. I'm like, is this real? Is this really happening? Did I just die? It seems like I was in heaven. The students were awesome. They were all so respectful. They were so quiet. They were following instructions. They were on task. It was like a dream. Just like I said, this is my favorite school, although it's middle school, but the students are unbelievable. They are so respectful, so nice, so kind. So there were like maybe two or three students on the first and the last class, but it's not a big deal because it's really not being disrespectful, just being talking while I was talking, because I really don't like students to be talking at the same time. I want it to be understood, and so just two or three maybe, but aside from that, it was unbelievable. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish all my substitute teaching would be like this. So anyway, today I had a about 110 students, so that means that I have a lot more of this. I can't just be reading like maybe 25 because there's a lot of notes that I wanted to share with you. I'm just gonna be reading it really fast. And I promised the kids that I will do shout outs for them, whoever wanted a shout out. So aside from reading their notes, I will also read shout outs if there's a shout out request. And so I am going to start. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that today I subbed for a social studies seventh grade students, and I will have the same students tomorrow. We talked about citizenship, rights and responsibilities of the citizens. So it was great, and I think that tomorrow there isn't enough things to do, so I was busy. That's why I'm a little late. I'm a little late on preparing my stuff. I made a something for them to do. I made my own lesson plan so that they will be busy tomorrow. Okay, so I did the same question as I did yesterday from high school because I was thinking yesterday was high school, this one is middle school, so I want to know, or I want to at least know what their perspective, their ideas, their thoughts on this question. The same thing. How do you see the world or yourself 10 years from now? So, how do you see the world or yourself 10 years from now? A seventh class was good. Yeah, a seventh grade class was good. Unbelievable. Yes, TK. So, Mrs. V is the oldest, youngest person I've ever seen. Okay, anyway, I'm going to start because there's a lot I wanted to share. 10 years from now, I see myself as a beautiful woman who finished college, which is my goal, and has a job and is still single. I see myself getting animals, still drawing, still playing computer games, and working towards getting a house, I guess. I will hopefully be going to college for art. Also, people will get lazier and technology will prevent them from human interaction. President Trump will be gone and not missed. We will have better school lunches. I will get a good job and have kids. So if you have any comments, even if I'm not reading it now, I'm going to be reading them afterwards for sure. I see the world as a better place where people accept each other and be friends. Also, hopefully, Yellowstone still hasn't erupted. I see myself 10 years from now in college with a younger man that is nice, kind, and respectful. I'll be passing with A's and B's. 10 years from now, I see myself in college studying to be a vet, living in my own house with three dogs, also with a wonderful boyfriend that treats me with respect. I'm reading your comments. In 10 years from now, hopefully I'm still alive, but the world would be more advanced. Some stores would be closed due to online shopping. Most jobs would also be gone due to the advancement of technology. I see the world being even worse than it is. In 10 years, I will be happily married to a beautiful wife and live in a great house. She has a request for a shout out, so shout out to the Sarcastinator. That's his YouTube channel, the Sarcastinator. I see myself 10 years from now having a job and moving out of my mom's house. I cannot read this. I don't understand. 10 years from now, I would have a hair and nail salon that I own and also have a program teaching kids about cosmetology. That's nice. I had Mrs. D in class today, and oh my God, she was so nice. Thank you, Astral Eclipse. I don't know what class period you were with me. Can you tell me what class period so I would know? In 10 years, I see myself working a good job and finding a good husband, but no kids yet. I see the world as a place brainwashed with people always looking down at their electronics. I see human extinction from nuclear war or from global warming because no one is smart enough to try to solve any of the global warmings. Okay. In 10 years, I will be 23 years old in college training to be a vet. I will either have a boyfriend or be engaged. That's nice. In 10 years, the world's gonna be taken over by aliens and fish dogs with two jaws. What? What's a fish dogs with two jaws? If anybody can explain that to me, I'm gonna be reading it later. I'm still doing my algebra homework right now. You're multitasking, TK. My moderator is multitasking. That's good. I see myself in Vegas having the time of my life with bags of money in my mansion. That guy who wrote Fish Dog with Two Jaws is creative. Can you elaborate that? What is Fish Dog with Two Jaws? How I see myself in 10 years is an art teacher in training at Wadsworth Elementary because I always wanted to be a teacher there ever since I was little. That's very nice. I see the world 10 years from now as if nothing was in the world and but maybe everyone would be gone because God said that the world will end soon and everyone would be taken out of the world so God can make a new world. He will also take out the sinful people and they will be in hell, but the non-sinful people will go to heaven. I like this one. This must be a very religious student. 10 years from now, I will be traveling around the world to study animals and save species of animals to prevent them from extinction. I'm not multitasking, I'm just watching. I should start working. Okay, TK, I'm not going to make this really long, so I will just be a guy who will go to college, collect money, and move into an apartment, get a job, and live happily, maybe kids. That's from Mim Slayer. I see myself 10 years from now fixing up cool car and selling them And I will have a beautiful wife and three kids and owning a 1970 Pontiac, is it Pontiac? Pontiac? GTO 1970 Dodge Charger, 1969 Pontiac. Is it Pontiac or Pontiac? Firebird, and a 1970 Mustang March. I don't understand this. 1970 Trans Am and a 2004 Subaru Impreza. Where that this kid likes cars, obviously. We'll be finding new discoveries and making new and advanced things. But I also think people will find a cure for cancer. That's nice. Solve solve world hunger. I see myself still in school but with a job. He is asking for a shout out. So shout out to his the Instagram is my users this Snap, Crunchy 1254, Twitter, Moon's Quest, Roblox, Maya Ketchum. Wow, a lot of social media, even more than I have. I don't even have a. What's this? Yeah, Snap. I don't have Snap and Roblox. I see the world being all about technology and cars won't have gas. Oh, Astral Eclipse has to go, so bye bye. Meme Slayer, or are you just saying bye to Astral? Okay. I think the world will be great in the next 10 years because Trump will not be president and everything will be futuristic, but Fortnite will be died out. Well, Fortnite always has to be there. This school will not be here anymore. There will be flying cars everywhere. I see all stores closing and Amazon taking over the shopping industry in 10 years. I see the world 10 years from now as abundantly overpopulated by people and many animals gone to invasive species and extinction. I see everybody dead and the earth is destroyed. Oh, hopefully not in 10 years, maybe in 100 years. In 10 years, I see myself in the Marines and I see the world being in World War III, and it might cause the end of the world by radiation. I hope not in 10 years. People will be going to Mars looking for signs of water and minerals. 10 years from now, I will be a nurse and adopt a dog to keep me company. Just a dog? What about a husband, maybe? I see myself as a pretty well known artist who helps the environment by helping plant trees. I see myself in 10 years as a computer technician living alone, no wife or family, and separated from my current family for independence. Might still be in college. I think the world would become a clone of what the world was like 10 years ago because a lot of people used to self absorb to benefit society. I'm not really understanding this, but there you go. In 10 years from now, I think the world will be even more messed up. I think I will be in college then. In 10 years, I believe that the world will be the same, although it will slowly get worse and worse. The oceans will still be rising, there will be more natural disasters, and people will become more and more dangerous. Okay. In 10 years from now, I'll be in college taking classes to be a sign language interpreter. After college, I'll apply to get a sign language interpreter job in Jacksonville, Florida, or in Phoenix, Arizona. I see the world being full of anar- anarchy and having another corrupted, it said erupted president, probably meant corrupted president. I wish you would see how these students are spelling the words because I think about 80% of the important words are being misspelled. I see myself in 10 years still playing Fortnite in a different state. I think Fortnite is his life. In 10 years, I see myself in a mini mansion with reporters at my front door because I am the best architect and I share with the homeless. That's nice. um, 10 years from now, I will be moving out of my mama's house and get my own house because I've been with her for too long, so I gotta go. I see myself as the most spectacular man on earth saving the world from bad guys. Nice. In 10 years, I think half the animals on earth will be extinct. I also see myself being a marine biologist trying to help marine animals not go extinct and try to make others understand the problems that animals going extinct can bring. I hope to save animals. Shout out to Davian Cooper. If that's his YouTube channel, I'm not sure. In 10 years from now, I will be 22 and I hope to be finishing up college and have my degrees. I will be preparing for my future family and working on getting a house. I want to have two kids, a boy and a girl. In 10 years from now, the world will be extra packed with technology. The earth will be 7% hotter than it is today. In 10 years, I want to have a great family, a wife, and two kids that have normal brains, 10 toes, and 10 fingers. I want to be an astronomer, actor, or an MLB player. Does anyone know who Mark Dice is? Not not me. In 10 years from now, I see myself in college so I can get a good education, so that I can get a good job and maybe take my passion for cooking a little bit further, but I do see myself in college. Shout out, please give me a shout out. Charles Saltis or Thomas, most likely Thomas, that's probably his YouTube channel. 10 years from now, I see global warming taking a huge effect on the world. I also see the destruction of a nuclear war, concluding a nuclear winter. Let's just say crime won't be a problem anymore. Shout out to Brendan Lawson. I make decent grades and you're my favorite sub. Thank you. In 10 years, I would graduate in college and I would rule the world with my tech. Shout out YouTube channel, Gaming Boy 150. I should be in the Air Force or of president. Running for the role of president. You're only 22 in 10 years because these students are about 12 to 13, so probably 22 to 23. And I will be happy and most likely alone with a cat or dog. Shout out Yawning Cat 1228. In 10 years, I see myself rich and playing in the WNBA. Is that basketball or wrestling? Shout out Instagram, the real dot KT, Snapchat KT Lilus. Okay, in 10 years, I see myself helping the world in positive ways, helping charities, helping the needy, and helping animals. Very helpful. So I like this guy or girl, I'm not sure. Shout out Snapchat, Kaden underscore 153. In 10 years, I will be married to a doctor with three daughters named, yes, a name for the kids named Grace, Elizabeth, Kayla, Madison, Allison, Marie, and a golden lab. Is this a Labrador? Named Hudson James. Shout out Instagram Rylu underscore Adam 16. Snapchat Riley underscore Adam 16. I see myself, well, I don't know. I might be in jail or in the military, rapper, doctor. You can't predict because what if you say what you are gonna do because it might not come true. So yeah, I see myself 10 years from now I am going to be in the major league baseball. I am going to have a wife and two kids. 23 years old. 23, a wife and two kids. Isn't that too early? Shout out to Instagram Austin 8X. Austin 8X. I think that from what I've seen lately, that the world will have some sort of flying car or hovercraft, and I hope to be an architectural engineer. So there you go. That's it. That's a lot of straight from the student notes that I have for tonight. And I will now start reading your notes. I know I missed a lot, but let me just start with what I see right now. You have to be 35 to run for president. Okay, that's a fact. Mark can't be running for president at 23, and you have two kids already. 23. LMAO, dreams crushed. Party pizza. Honestly, Mrs. D for president, first lady. Astral eclipse, you are so funny. I like that. So you like dinosaurs? Anybody talking about dinosaurs? Oh my God, Gaden Thomas. In 10 years, I predict Johnny D will have 1 million subs. That's a long time, but that's good. I hope we're both still alive. Much love from Genghis Khan. Thank you. I like your name. Oh my God, at least someone says something about jail. So, as I have mentioned before, I do not reveal, or I don't even ask the students to write their names. I want it to be kept anonymous. And I'm not mentioning the name of the school, and I'm not mentioning what particular classroom I've been to. And the reason why I'm doing this is I just wanted to share with you the thoughts of these students, which everybody's saying the children are our future. They are our future, and these are these thoughts. So, are they really our future? Well, most of them have really nice goals, dreams, or aspirations in life. So I'm happy about that. They said jail. Yeah, somebody said I think in 10 years' time he's gonna be in jail. Must be planning something. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's just kidding. Here in the UK, you can have kids at 16. Wow. Well, I think not just in UK. I mean, if you want to get married early, here in the United States, no, you can't. You can't. You're gonna go to jail. Me realizing all the kids who said that they would have kids is thinking wrong or something. From Mark, I feel too political this stream, so I'll stop. But before I do, I just wanted to mention the Paw Patrol gets better ratings than Wolf Blitzer. So I'm not familiar with Paw Patrols and Wolf Blitzer. Go up and read my comments. You will laugh. Okay, I'm gonna go back later if the comments gets slower. Gen X, yeah, Gen X Generation X. It looks like the future has a lot of optimists. That's good. In 10 years, I will be smoking me some dank, also means, and YTPs will take over the world. The granny, what is YTP? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with acronyms. I gave up. I'm sleepy. Party pizza. Okay. Bye and thanks for being here. I would like to thank TK for being here and doing his job as a moderator. I really appreciate that, TK. I haven't seen Mr. Banana Bread for a while, and Anfa is not here. I saw her earlier in the game stream. Uh, Oh, YTP means YouTube poop. YouTube poops is what. Oh my gosh. I just recently learned what thought means. I didn't even know what it was until somebody told me about it because I keep on seeing THOT and I've never encountered that acronym. So I asked and then I found out. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm glad I knew because I had no idea actually what thought or THOT means. I didn't even know. So anyway, let me go back. Um, oh, Dylan Romero is here. Thank you. Um, has anyone else noticed how social media has tried to silence or hurt small creators, Republicans, conservatives? It's quite sad how polarizing social media has become. Yes, social media is really so powerful. You're lucky, astral eclipse. Oh, Dylan is telling astral eclipse. Because astral, I'm not sure if you have mentioned, I wanted to know which class period you were with me. And also, it's 10:36. You better go to bed because I'll see you tomorrow morning. Guys, just out of the blue, what's your favorite dinosaur? Oh, so the meme slayer is the one asking about the dinosaur. I actually don't have a favorite dinosaur. Um, you're gonna hear mine. Mine is a Carnotaurus. This is okay. I read that. Mm, my most liked comment was 1.7. That's nice. 1.7K. And by the way, the granny you were mentioning earlier in the stream that, or in one of the videos, that you thought Johnny Lee lost 50,000 subscribers in 8 days. You must have been looking at the wrong channel, like I mentioned there, because he didn't lose any he didn't lose that much subscribers. So I made the subscriber count visible again to everybody so that you will all know that at this point, Johnny D has 182,000 subscribers. If Kanye is the next president, Trump will be missed. If Kanye is the next president, yeah, Trump will be missed. Most comments I post get 100 likes. That's nice. Um, oh my God, hi, this is, oh, Amaya. Party pizza, I saw some. Amaya, I remember Amaya. Okay, did I miss anything else? I honestly don't know. I will just be a guy who will go to cut off. I think I read that. Okay, so I didn't really miss a lot. So I'm glad that you're all here with me, and some had to go earlier because I understand you gotta go to bed, and because there's work, either work or school tomorrow. So anyway, I am past my 30-minute supposedly 30-minute video for this or streaming. I will be uploading this or downloading it first and then uploading this stream so that I can post it in Johnny B's channel since I can't live stream on his channel anymore. So anyway, I would like to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for all the comments. I will be reading them again during my planning period tomorrow. So I would be sure that I wouldn't miss anything in case somebody said something really important. So, Mark, thank you. Enfra, oh, you just got here. You're late, but that's okay. How many subs do you think he'll get by the end of the year? TK, I'm not really sure because the subs they go up and down. I remember he was at 174,000 subscribers, and then it went up to 178,000, and then back to 174,000, and then went up to 190, and now it's back down to 182. So hopefully it will go back up again until he reaches 200,000. Okay, again, everybody, thank you for being here. Later, later. Tucker Young, I remember you. The Meme Slayer, everybody, thank you so much. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Go feast for everybody. That's my dad. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Later, later. See you again tomorrow. Love you all.